ways that are by knowing the specified function of the product to ensure its functionality work properly. Firstly, we check the functionality of the system. In the second thing, we knowing the internal detail of the product to ensure everything is working properly. In first condition, we check only the functionality of the system. In second, we check each and everything of the system. So there are two different testing techniques are used. For the first one, for the functionality of the system, we use the black box testing, and for everything we have checking, for that we use the white box testing techniques. Firstly, we discuss white box testing technique. White box testing is a test case design method that uses the control structure of the procedural design to drive the test cases. It focuses on the internal knowledge of the software to select the test data. Here we check each and every internal condition, each and every internal thing of the system to check the knowledge of the system, to check the test data of the system. It is also known as a structural testing. In this testing, we check each and every path. In this testing, we check each and every independent path within the module which have to execute at least one. We have to verify that, we have to check that each and every path should execute at least one for the during the testing phase. The various kind of tests which are done at the white box test are basic path test, logical decision testing, and the loop testing. In the basic path test, we check the basic increment statements, we check the basic statement in the program. In the logical decision testing, we check the logical condition, we check both the true condition and the false condition in this case. And third one is a loop testing. In the loop testing, we check the initialization variable, we check the limit of the loop, we check the incrementation conditions for that looping program. Now, the black box testing. Black box testing are used to conduct the test at the software interface. Here we test the software according to the software interface. It focuses on the functional requirement of the software. In this, we work on the functional requirement of the software. It is also known as a functional testing. It is also known as a functional, it work on the function of the system, so it is also known as a functional testing. It find the errors such as incorrect or missing function. If any function is missing in the software, if any function is incorrect in the software, then we check that error in this. We check the data structure error, we check the limits of the data, we check the variable assigned to the data, that are all check in this black box testing. Here we check the behavior or the performance of the errors. We check the behavior, the meaning of that error. We check the interference error. We check the initialization or termination error. If there is no variable which have a initialized value, or we don't have a variable to terminate, so we check all kind of error in this. We won't go inside the system. We won't check each and every line of the system. Only check the external view of the system. We check whether the work is properly done or not. We won't go inside how the work is done, but we check only the functioning of the system. It tells how to test functional validity. This black box testing tell us how to test functional validity, performance of the system, behavior of the system. It also defines the data boundaries, data rate, and the data volume. It tells the boundary of the system. It tells the rate of the data. It also tells the volume, the number of data it can handle. It also defines the classes of input to make good test cases. It also defines the various inputs required for make a good test cases. Now, the next topic is software quality insurance. After the testing, the main thing in the testing is also the quality insurance. If a software is not met with the quality insurance, then there is no one buyer for that software. There is no one to buy that software. So it is very main thing to maintain the quality of the software. The quality is done by a quality engineers. It is given by a software quality insurance group or a quality insurance engineers. That all are done by that. Now, what is this software quality insurance? It is an activity which proves the stability of the product by taking care of the quality of the product and ensuring that that software are met with the customer requirement. It provides the quality of the product, and it also tells the project is the software is met with the customer requirement, is met with the user requirement. It consists of the software quality insurance, consists of the work done under the quality insurance, is auditing and the reporting function of the management. Here we give the auditing and the reporting functions. Quality insurance is an umbrella activity, and it is applied throughout the software process. It is applied in each and every process of the system. It is used to achieve the high quality software product. Here we achieve the high quality product in here. Software quality insurance is performed by, this is done by the software engineers, the engineers we develop that system, project managers who take care of these softwares, they manage the software quality. It is also done by the customers, the users. It also made by the salesperson, and a special organization for the quality insurance is software quality insurance group, which makes sure that a system should be according to the quality, maintain some quality of the product. Now the various system quality insurance activities. The various activities for system quality are: a quality management approach is applied. A quality management approach is applied to the software. We provide a management approach to the software for their quality. Effective software engineering techniques are applied. During the developing of the software, we use effective software engineering. We follow a proper method, we follow a proper way to make a software. Formal technical review are taken in this process. The reviews, the various go through from the system are taken in this way. Multi-tier testing strategy applied. The number of testing methods are applied in this case. Control kept on documentation and made changes. The various controls, the various documentation have to done in this quality insurance to ensure that software conform to the international software development standard. Our software, our project which we have made is according to the development standards, is according to the methods, according to the standards of the system. Effective measurement and reporting mechanism are adapted. The various effective measurement and reporting, if any error is occurred, then effective method is given to the user for report that error. So these are the number of the things, number of the activities which are done by a software quality insurance. It makes sure that the quality of the system retained. The quality of the system should be good. Now the various factors for the qualities are correctness, maintainability, integrity and usability. Now correctness, it is a degree to which software perform its required function. It is a degree, it's a for which we perform a required function. The number of defects in per thousand line of code is known as a correctness. It is less for a good quality. The correctness should be less for the less quality. The number of defects should be less for the for good correctness, and it is for good for the quality. Now integrity, it measures the ability of the system to withstand on the security attack. If there is any attack on the system, if there is any threat to the system, then the ability of system to withstand for that attack is known as a integrity. It should be high for the good quality. Now the maintainability, it is a ease to correct the program when the error occur, or when the environment changes, we have to adapt the new system, and when we have to enhance the system. All that should be done in this phase, maintainability. Now then last one is usability. It is an attempt to quantify the user friendliness and measured by 4 characteristics. Here it measured by 4 characteristics, that are time required to use it, skills required to use it, easy to understand, it increase in productivity. All the things are led to the usability. It is a friendly environment provided to the user, it is known as a usability. All of these things are high, all of these should things are make more, so make the quality factor good, make the software quality good. Now the audit trail. Audit trail are used to identify who, when and from which the changes are made to the system. If I want to change the system, then who, when and from where it made the changes. For that, we have to make a log of the files, we have to make the log of changes made to the system. In a large system, there is many much required to change the file on the daily basis. It is very hard to detect who modify the content of the file, the main file. For to use this system, to make easier to this system, we use a audit trail. We make a log of the files, changes of the file, and it is very helpful for the database administrator to ensure the security of the database. With this, we are able to ensure the security of the database. With this, we are able to maintain the security of the software. Each and everyone not able to make the changes to the system, and we give a proper permission list to the user for their changes. Now the maintenance. If we test the software and it is not according to the user requirement, or it is not according to the environment in which have to we operate, then we have to maintain that system. We have to eliminate the error from the system at its working time. For that, we have to take a time to time review on the system. This is done by knowing the full capabilities of the system, knowing required changes or a more requirement from the user, and studying the performance. For this, we done all of these things. We review the system according to these conditions. We check the capabilities of system. We check the required changes of the system, and also study the performance of the system. The various maintenance cover activities are assisting user, fixing software defects, recovering the system from the error, and adapting the new changes. The new requirement which we want to change is adapted by the maintenance phase. Maintenance is also very necessary phase of the testing. Without maintenance, we are not able to make our software as good as according to the using environment. Now the various things which we have done in the maintenance phase. First one is we assisting user. The services of the trained technical member who know the aspects of new system are provided to the user. We train the technical members so that he knows what a user want new thing in a system. Fixing software defect. If there is any error in the system, that is fixed by using the maintenance phase. Now recovering the system. To restore the data, technical support is provided during the crashes. We provide the technical support if we need to restore the data, if we want to recover the data from the crashes of the system. If I want a backup of a system, we have to use this recovery of the system. Now the adaptation of new requirements. If I have to if we need to change the requirement according to the system, then we have to adapt the new requirement. We have to study the new requirement according to that. So we make adaptation according to the new requirement of the user. Now the summary of my lecture, what I have done in this lecture, what you have studied in this lecture. Firstly, we study the definition of testing. Testing is a process of finding and removing the error from the system. It is very important phase of SDLC. It costs less if it discovered in the earlier phases. If error is discovered at the early phases, it costs less. The basic principle of testings are: test should be traceable, plan your test. Testing should be begin from smaller unit and goes up to the larger unit. We can't test each and every combination, and the third party should conduct the test. The test data are the sample data collected from the system, and the test plan decide how and what test should be conducted in the software. The various type of testings are unit testing, integration testing, validation testing, and the system testing. Unit testing is a smaller unit of the software. Integration testing is focused on the design and the construction of the software. Validation testing give us the compare software with the software requirement. We compare the software with the required software. In the system testing, we fully exercise the system. We exercise each and everything of the system to make it a perfect system. Now the various testing techniques in our system are black box testing and the white box testing. The quality assurance is an activity which provides the suitability of the product by taking care of the quality of the product and ensuring that the customer requirements are met. Now maintenance is very important phase of the system. It eliminates error from the system during the working life cycle, and it tunes the system according to the working environment. It provides the system, it gives the system according to the working environment. This is all about my lecture.
Thank you.